Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020 Career Mode Episode 87. So we continue on with the Saudi Tour, which is our first objective of the year. First sprint point's already been gone through. I did not get anyone into the break. Today, I was looking at the profile, and you can see sprint point 2 here is at the top of a climb. There is no KOM. This is your KOM type. It's 11%. It's very, very steep, and that's the average, with it starting almost flat and finishing almost flat. I first quickly realized that Alves Machado and Amanatoglu were not going to make it in the break today. They were not going to earn time even if they got in the break, and with their position in the GC, it was going to be difficult. So then I decided, well, maybe I should get a puncher out there, could potentially gain a little time. It could help if all else fails on our actual punchy stage, and B, I could try to take away time from other riders. I tried to get Kevin Vermark into the break. They weren't interested in allowing him into the break. That makes sense. So then I tried to send Millar. Well, Millar was able to get it, but by that point there was so much damage done to the field, largely from Vermark. He wasn't the only strong rider trying to get away, so there was others being chased down, but he was definitely one of the key ones. Well, anyway, Millar was so tired by the time he tried to get off the front that even though he opened up more than a minute gap, he never made contact with the front group and ended up falling back into the peloton. You can actually see he still has not recovered from that. He is still quite fatigued as we go to hit the second sprint point. Now, the worrying thing is that Loish is in the break, a very capable sprinter. Not a good climber. He took second on the last one, so he picked up 2 seconds already. That puts him at 18. Not a major threat from there, but he's a decent sprinter. So we've got to watch out for him. Right now, he's already well behind Nefis. Nefis was first over the first one. Mobak. There were 6 riders who ended up making it. Millar was one of about 10 who went away. Only 6 ended up in the break. 3 of them were caught at this first. It looks like we might be catching 2 more here in a moment, which means there are some seconds available. Amanatoglu for Mark. I think we might be onto something here with 1.7 to the top. I'm going to get Amanatoglu to follow Kevin Vermark. I'm going to get Kevin Vermark to follow Millar. And Millar, let's up the tempo. Let's catch those 2 and see if we can grab 2 seconds, 1 second for Vermark, and hopefully Amanatoglu getting the 2 seconds. Once we go over the top, I can, well, just before the top, I can attack with Vermark now. And then Amanatoglu, I want you to follow Millar for a moment. Vermark's going to grab 3 seconds. I'm going to see if I can get 2 seconds for Amanatoglu. He does not have anything left, but if I can swap... Looks like Nefis doesn't have anything left. If I can swap this, Millar. Okay, well, he got 1 second. He got 1 second out of it. Millar, I slowed down drastically, but no dice there. And I think Vermark just put himself in the breakaway. I might as well keep riding and see what happens if he can stay away. This will all come back together here. Looks like there's definitely a couple guys, Stuyven, Kort Nielsen, chasing. If Millar ends up in a small break, that's fine by me, but I do think this is coming back together here. So Wykankus, you're going to go ahead and protect, and Millar, go ahead and protect. And for Mark, 25 seconds. Yeah, see, they're still not interested in letting him get away, so let's let him recover. There's 2 sprint points left, and there's no breakaway.
Are asking serious questions of the riders in the rear as more of them are left in the wake.
It's definitely worth going for, as we're not as strong in the final sprints as we are elsewhere. There might be fewer guys going for it. It might be a little easier to get 3 seconds, especially if we do something like what we just did to get the seconds we got there. We definitely need some recovery. There's a lot of fatigue out here. We're already 7K away from that next sprint point. So if we're going to do this from a ways out, we need to get started on it here in just a moment. 5K to go. And then there's a second sprint point right after. Okay, I'm going to start with Wykankis out front to lead this one out. And I think I'm going to go for Alves Machado this time and Amanatoglu. Already within 4K to go. So 95 for Johnson. We're in position otherwise. 3K to go. Okay, Johnson's job is done. He can go back and protect German. Wykankis. 2.5K to go. Here comes another team that's interested. Alright, 1.5K. Wykankis. Do the dirty work. Okay, that gives us separation. Now the nice thing is Decker, who is going for it, has not gained any time yet. So we should have 3 and 2 or 3 and 1 or 2 and 1 seconds for our two guys. And then Decker, who's going to grab the other time, is not going to get much out of this. Let's get both of them sprinting, and Wykankis can now just continue on. I think that was first and second. Alves Machado, who now leads the points classification, by the way, and then Amanatoglu. Find out in a moment if that's the case, but let's get them all to go ahead and sit up. We don't need to ride on from here. It's 22K to the finish. They opened a 41 second gap. No, that's not enough. That is not enough. Just relax. Back into the group.
Look, the pack has taken its foot off the gas. The team leaders can't be too worried about the breakaway.
More time gained, though. More time gained. That is really good for us. They're still 13 seconds away. Field apparently does not want to bring them back. What if we do this? Can we stay away and collect the seconds again? Are they going to let us stay away? It's only 4.5K. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Okay, Wykankis. Let's open this gap a little bit. This could turn into a stage. They're letting us go 30 seconds out.
We've got 15 kilometers
We
to
might
the finish
just
line.
keep riding. .2. Wykankis, keep going. Keep going. It's a 33-second gap.
The percentages are very high. Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack
Alves
has
Machado
increased
has
its
the better
speed.
time, right? Yes, he does. Oi. Amanatoglu. Oh my goodness, Amanatoglu. What is your deal, buddy? Look how long it's taking him to get up to where... Now, it's a 33-second gap. So, let's... And it's 12K. Can we keep the field at bay? Wykankis does not have any red bar.
There's some that just can't keep up.
If
there
he
are
can
gaps
keep up.
beginning to appear at the rear. The riders
45-second
are entering the
lead.
last 10 kilometers of the stage.
Okay, Wykankis isn't going to make it. We have no chance in the sprint now. This is all about survival. And look at that gap. Wykankis is done. He's out of energy.
The finish line is
Alves
getting
Machado,
close. The rider
5K to
just
go,
passed the 5
just
kilometers
hanging
on
on. We're going to have to go about a 94 with him. Monotoglu's hanging on, though. It's flat and a little downhill from here. 3K to go. He might make it. Alves Machado might hang on for second as well, but he's just run out of energy. Okay, 99. Effort up. Monotoglu also running out of energy, but 1.4K to go. Here comes the pack. Here comes the sprint. Alves Machado is definitely getting beat here. Monotoglu, they're going to beat him. They're going to beat him. He is not going to win this. He is not going to win this. Oh, he is. He is. Okay. Stage win. Aiden Monotoglu. Alves Machado is not gaining any time today. However, Monotoglu picked up 2 seconds plus the stage win, so we got about 12. Alves Machado got 5.
Stage was a real strength sapper.
Vermark got a few seconds as well. No, Alves Machado, there was a good few seconds picked up. It's hard to remember exactly how many, because the second sprint point we grabbed some time there as well. I believe that was Vermark in first and Monotoglu third. So Monotoglu grabbed 13 seconds and Alves Machado got 6, I think, on the stage. Philipson took second. Eekhoff took third. Neither of them had taken any time. We're now actually in play for the overall, potentially, with that kind of time grab. Only 3 riders lost any time. Wow, okay. Okay, so Monotoglu now leads the overall after getting a stage win. Alves Machado 2 seconds behind, and Fabio Jakobsen is just 4 seconds behind. He is still the favorite in these last 2 stages. But we are looking extremely... Oh, excuse me. We are looking extremely likely to get a top 3 at this point if, big if here, if we can survive the punchy stage with either of those 2 riders. Vermark is now the solid fallback as he has picked up time. How is he only 1 second? He's not just 1 second. He picked up 3 seconds. Wykankis and Millar also picked up time somewhere, somehow. I don't know where or how either of them gained time, but they have. Wykankis in the lead out. Okay. Millar, was he third over that first climb? Oh no, he let out one of these moves as well. Okay, Wykankis and Millar both let out one of those moves. They picked up 1 second. Vermark picked up 3 seconds. Oh, they both got 2 seconds. There you go. Vermark got 3 seconds. Well, there were seconds all over the place on that stage that I can't even keep track. Point is, we're in first and second right now. I'd still say Jakobsen the favorite to win, but I think I'm strongly favored to get somebody on the podium alongside him. Maybe 2 guys. This is stage 4. This is the one and only stage of this race that is not classified as a sprint stage. It's a punchy stage. But you could also see, looking at the profile, why I believe the sprinters are going to be fine, that they're going to make it to the end on this one. These climbs are not easy, but they're far enough from the finish, they're short enough that I think we should be able to get all or most of our sprinters over the top. Now, in preparation, I did not send anybody in the break today, but I've already defended against the points jersey as well as the time losses of the sprint points ahead of us. The first sprint point, there were 3 riders in the break with a small gap. They took 1, 2, 3. A couple of them have been in a break before. They might be a couple seconds up, but they're not sprinters. There was not a concern of them gaining significant time, so I didn't bother. Second climb, one of the riders had already been caught by the Peloton, and two of the riders were very close. So with 800 meters to go, I took Wykankis and attacked the climb. He actually not only got free to get one of the top spots, but he overtook both of the guys just ahead of the Peloton. Took 3 seconds, took max points, and then all three of them were reeled back in. And then we have two riders now in the break. Ringberg was one of the ones who was in the break previously, and they are definitely not far ahead of us. This would be Kevin Vermark attack late and try to go grab some seconds again. But it looks like at this point, we don't have much of a threat. Let's make sure we're going to get... It's a very short climb. Well, it's 3.8k. It's not that short. Vermark, who are you protecting? Oh, it's Monotoglu. I don't mind if those guys take some time here. And actually, Wykankis somehow has kind of gone free again. So I'm going to send Wykankis again. I might as well send him forward to grab some, some of the time that's available.
Anyone who is gunning for victory has got to make a move fairly soon.
Looks like he might get 3 seconds again. That'll be 6 seconds in all. And he does. Last time, I left him going for a little bit to see if he would form a new break, and we're going to do the same here. But everybody's comfortably over the top of the first one. In fact, Monotoglu's furthest back, and he's still near the front, so they managed it just fine. You can see why Wykankis is now a minute 24 ahead. And he's going to have a nice little descent here to recover, and I'm going to work on making sure that he does recover a little bit. Heart rate's nice and low now. Okay, recovery's on. Okay, just keep that heart rate where we like it. Alright, what's the gap? 34 seconds. Yeah, that's not a big gap. As we turn and head back. He's still ahead of the field, but he's definitely not going quick here. I think Wykankis might end up losing time here. He's reeled back in. There's no breakaway. I'm looking to either Johnson or Vermark this time to see if they can go grab some time. But otherwise, I think there's no real threat out here. I gotta be careful if I attack with Vermark or Johnson. I want to wait till late on the climb, because if they attack early, somebody's gonna chase. Guess who could attack now with 1.8k to go? We can go grab some more time. Kevin Vermark, you're gonna start this off. And Monotoglu and Alves Machado are going to follow this. Okay, Wykankis actually held his position. Alright, Monotoglu, go ahead and sprint. Okay, Vermark, get in line. And there you go, 3, 2, 1. Maximum time gained. And let's go ahead and back off so we can recover. And let's reset our assignments. And this stage has literally gone even better than you could hope for.
He crashed off and he's not getting
we gained chunks of time for our 2 leaders. We gained chunks of time for teammates. We didn't lose any time on the sprint points to anyone who matters. And we're down to 12k to go. Water would be nice at this point, but whatever, it's okay. And now we're set for a sprint. Alves Machado, Monotoglu, German is still fresh. We used Wykinkis a little bit. He's not fully recovered. Same with Vermark, but they'll be okay. A lot of reds today, but the two guys that matter are green. Gel. And we need to go hard and fast early. It's already down to 11K. And you could already see Jumbo Visma lined up inside 10K as Johnson comes clear. Let's go ahead and gel up for Vermark. And let's go ahead and push a little harder here. Ooh, crash in the Peloton. Looks like only 3 guys affected. Okay, 7K to go. I mean, that's coming so fast. Millar. It's 99s the rest of the way. Johnson, go ahead and try to get on the back. 6K to go. Gel up for the rest.
5 kilometers remaining.
4K to go. Vermark has good acceleration, but bad top speed. He'll come out. He'll hurt Wykinkis a little bit. Shouldn't hurt the rest, but he actually is. Vermark's sprint brought it all the way down to 2.4 here. So we go early today. See what kind of damage can be done with that. Okay, we're down to German, and it's a little early still. There you go. Inside 1K, Monotoglu and Alves Machado in strong positions. Alves Machado, wait just a little bit. There you go. Jakobsen looks the strongest. Ekhoff, can we get somebody into... Can we get second and third again today? We do. Jakobsen takes the win, though, but we also gained some time today. I don't think Jakobsen's going to have moved into the lead. So we've withstood Ekhoff. He had to go too long, too far by himself, and Barl takes 6th. Not bad for him. Courtney Nielsen 8th. German was 9th.
The race is run.
Narvaez is here. Disappointing for him not to finish higher, but this really wasn't a punchy stage like the profile predicted. It was a bunch sprint, just as expected. Only a few handful of riders out the back was all. But there you go. We grab another double podium, and we seem capable of beating everybody but Jakobsen in this race. Jakobsen has won 3 of the 4 sprints, but we won the other, and it wasn't a pure sprint. We got it via breakaway, but then he was nowhere to be seen. Okay, so here we are. What a race we have going. A Monotoglu leads by a single second. Again, you still got to favor Jakobsen. Here's why. 1 stage to go, sprint stage. He's freaking fast. He's probably going to win it. But a Monotoglu and Alves Machado, and now Wykinkis all the way up into 4th place. 23 seconds down, but Alves Machado and a Monotoglu are right there. If we can grab some intermediate sprint point, we might get enough time. I mean, this is crazy. But we definitely have our top 3 guaranteed now. Stage 5, there's no way. If one of them crashes, there's no way they're both going to crash out. Right? Did I just jinx it? Let's find out. Final stage, heading to the sprint point. The riders off the front are still trying to establish a breakaway. They've been going for 50, 60K and still have not been able to properly establish a breakaway group. That's how intense the battle has been to be in that break today. For me, I'm actually keeping a close eye on it. Reason being is I was trying to make sure that none of the riders in the break are riders that have gained time. And you can see here, all of them are at the 31 or worse. 31 seconds being the gap overall that we've gained in this race. So none of those 6 riders are a threat in any way. They can gain 6 seconds and they'll still be 25 seconds behind. They can go and get the maximum points available, 12, and still be completely out of range. That leaves it down to just us and Jakobsen for who's 1, 2, and 3 in the sprint classification, in the GC, all of that getting sorted out. So we'll definitely have our top 3, but can we get the overall victory? I'm leaning towards the second and third being the most likely outcome, but I'll still be happy with that. I will be very happy with that, especially considering that even those 2 top sprinters that we have and how they've managed to both get on the podium, neither one of them is on the top 10 list. We're just outside of it, but we're not among the top 10 sprinters. We are not on the favorites list whatsoever, and haven't been any of these stages except for Mark on the last stage. And the last stage was not labeled correctly. It really was not a punchy stage. It ended up exactly what I expected. All but a few riders ended up in a bunch sprint. It was a sprint stage. It's 5 sprint stages. 28K left to go in this Saudi tour in our first sponsor objective of the year. It's a minor objective. It's really not a big deal, but I don't know why I always take the very beginning of the season so serious, but you just got to start on the right foot. You got to get it going from the get-go, and we have 16K to go left in this one. We're going to be setting this up quite soon. 13, 12.
Some team managers
I think we'll go at about 11 here. Okay. It's time. It's time. We have not had to work hard today. It's been an easy day. Alves Machado was +2, so we'll ride for him. Bonatoglu is that leader overall, but Alves Machado has a better chance of gaining some time today. We've got to beat Jakobsen. Doesn't matter which one of them does it. All we have to do is finish ahead of him, or him not finish in the top 3. I think the more likely is we manage to beat him than him not manage to be in the top 3. I guess Millar's +1. No, for Mark's flat rating. Alright, 11K, so we got to go hard-ish early to get up there. We're down inside 10K now. Millar, Johnson, gently. You just lost your guys. Okay, there we go.
The teammates of the main sprinters are not handing out
CCC making things tough right now. Inside 8K, we really need to speed up here. Millar's gel has kicked in. Johnson's kicks in for Mark. Down to that 6K here. Johnson's done. On to Millar. 5K to go. Is this straight into the finish? No, it's going to wrap back on us. 3.9. Millar's not fast. He's not going to do much damage, but we're going to get his acceleration on. For Mark, can, but it's 2.8. This is close to the end, so we just want to attack straight through. All the way to the finish line.
There we go. The sprint is on.
Okay.
The riders are setting themselves
Definitely
up.
onto Wykankis, 1.9. For Mark's going to keep attacking, because why not? Whoa, whoa, whoa. 600 meters. Everybody sprint. Everybody sprint. Is that Jakobsen? Is that Jakobsen? It is. I told you. We somehow grabbed second, third, and 4th place. It's still not enough. Fabio Jakobsen is just too freaking fast. I mean, all of them. Red bar ran out right at the finish line. We were able to multi-sprint multiple guys. We were able to go strong. We set ourselves up right. Jakobsen's just too damn fast at an 83 sprint. I'm getting quick enough now that we're competing for podiums. We're competing for top 5s where it used to be top 10s. We shouldn't have been on the podium, but we managed to do it again and again. So we're definitely overperforming, but Jakobsen's just too damn fast. So it's second and third. He gets the max bonus here. And there you go. So Jakobsen wins. Elvis Machado 4 seconds down. Amanatoglu 5 seconds down. Vaikenkis keeps 4th place as the 3 of them took the max time bonuses. For Mark got 12th overall. Millar was 18th. Germain 32nd. 40 seconds, I think, was the main time. You can see just how few riders lost any time on that race. So getting 3 riders into the top 5 is an excellent result. Couldn't quite get the win. We do keep the points classification, Alves Machado. So at least we got that as well. So a little added bonus. And then, of course, we crushed the under 25s since Jakobsen is not in that classification for Mark, actually, even into the top 5 after a 1-2-3. And look at that. As a team, we were somehow classified last. Every team was on same time, but that's a little strange that our first 3 riders across the line. How many times did we have 3 riders in the top 5 or top 10? Like every single stage, we had 3 riders in the top 10. But that is a success on our first sponsor objective of the year, and we jump to a 100% evaluation. Now the goal is to try to maintain that throughout the season. No bonuses on that because it was a sponsor objective, so it didn't even turn into anything, though we did get that registered riders bonus. And there you go. There you have it. That was only a star and a half. It gets tougher from here. 5 straight World Tour sponsor objectives. Next up, UAE Tour, and they expect first place. That's going to be tough. I don't think we're going to maintain that 100% sponsor confidence. I think we'll get it back before the end of the season or before the signing period. But don't get used to that being there. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.